There are weeks when you build, weeks when you protect, weeks when you realign. But then there are weeks like this one, where everything you've been doing, the structure, the clarity, the boundaries, the discipline, gets put to the test, not in one big moment, but in the everyday subtle ones, a message that pulls you off center, a conversation that tugs at your validation pattern, a thought loop that sounds just real enough to keep repeating. Week 13 was about maintaining your signal, not creating it, not forcing it, just holding it. Because that's the thing most people miss. Power isn't in the surge, it's in the sustain. So we entered the week with a clear reminder. You don't need external confirmation to stay aligned. The simulation mirrors what you broadcast, not what people believe about you. And most people spend their days adjusting their posture based on someone else's reaction. They look for applause to feel clear. They hold a signal until someone disagrees, and then they drop it. But you didn't. On Monday, you stood in your field. Even when the echo didn't come back, you remembered your signal is yours, and truth doesn't need feedback to stay intact. Then came Tuesday, the world's favorite trap plugging in without presence. You wake up and the noise begins immediately, the scroll, the reaction, the notification loop. But every time you plug into the world before plugging into yourself, you invite static into the signal. So Tuesday slowed us down, not to disconnect, but to recalibrate before we connect. Wednesday got surgical. We looked at the thought loops we carry, the ones that repeat in the background, unquestioned, unchallenged, but deeply believed. And the scary part? Your brain treats repetition as truth. Say something enough times, and even if it's a lie, you start to live from it. So we audited the code, not with judgment, with precision. We interrupted the loop, we named the pattern, and we asked the simplest but most powerful question: does this deserve to stay inside me? That moment, the pause between reaction and repetition, was the signal shift. Then came Thursday, the return to calm. Not the passive calm that comes when things are easy. The chosen calm, the breath-based, body-held, frequency-led calm that doesn't wait for the room to settle. We didn't wait for the mood to align, we commanded it, through breath, through posture, through stillness. Because in the simulation, calm isn't a mood, it's a command that reshapes the room. You didn't yell back, you didn't match chaos, you simply dropped in, and the field noticed. And finally, Friday brought it all together. Because even after you filter the world, even after you tune your state, even after you breathe and audit and hold, you still get one final choice. What gets to stay inside you? Not every thought, not every opinion, not every emotional residue needs to be stored. You are not a container. You are a conscious filter. And Friday was about remembering that. You declined the loop. You dropped the story. You didn't argue with the emotion, you just stopped carrying it. And that's what this whole week was. Holding, choosing, returning, filtering. Not with tension, but with intention. Week 13 was subtle, but sharp. It was quiet, but powerful. You didn't push, you held. You didn't chase a new breakthrough, you protected the one you already had. You're not just someone who woke up. You're someone who knows how to stay awake in a world trying to sedate you. And that's rare, and that's real. This is Transcendent Reality. Live the code.